did it, and under such very difficult circumstances.
You survived a pandemic, you survived online learning, but you have a fantastic...
We won't stand a chance.
But you adapted quickly and finished your degree.
Congratulations, class of 2020. From the moment you turn your tassel, you become a member of Ontario Tech's Alumni Association, comprised of more than 22,000 people from around the world.
We are so happy to share in the excitement of your graduation day and so very proud of you too.
In this year that has been unlike any other, take pride in knowing that you persevered, didn't let anything stop you, and you completed your degree. Congratulations.
Now go out there and make your mark on the world.
Congratulations, you officially graduated despite living through a pandemic. You can now finally take on anything.
It may not have been the ending you were envisioning, but boy, do you have a story to tell.
Bravo, you did it.
Someday you'll look back and think, wow, I graduated at the strangest time ever. Until then, we'll be here cheering you on. Go Ridgebacks!
You overcame many obstacles and achieved your goals. Best of luck in your future endeavors.
Well done, grads.
Today will be the first of many successful moments for you.
Congrats on this super exciting achievement and milestone.
We're so happy for you.
You have worked so hard and should be so proud.
Congratulations on taking this massive step towards a bright future.
Congratulations for today and best wishes for all of your tomorrows.
I think you're gonna have an amazing and bright future ahead of you.
Wishing you all the best in what lies ahead.
Remember, you're always going to be a Ridgeback.
All the best to you as you start this next exciting chapter.
Congratulations, Ridgebacks. Welcome to the Alumni Pack. Let's go!
We can't wait to see what you accomplish and how you make the world a better place. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Anin, bojo, sego, tanse, kwekwe kinawea, mijake and dodem, shkoden nigan wa waskonen indigenous. Shawanagan dunchaba nishinabe kwe ojibwe, borawarmi and Dao. I bring greetings in the language of my Anishinaabe ancestors. My spirit recognizes your spirit. I am known as head or leader of the Fire Flower, and I'm Turtle Clan. In English, I'm known as Kim Wheatley. And it's my honor to be here today to celebrate and congratulate you on your enormous achievement. When we come together in good ways with good hearts and good minds, we always want to recognize the traditional treaty territory that we're tuning in from or perhaps residing upon. And today, I'm honored to be in the territory of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island. I have lit the medicines for you. I am offering a smudge for each and every one of you. I'm also going to offer a song for you. But before I do that, I want to remind you how important it is on what you have achieved and that we, bearing witness to that, celebrate with you. So I hope that this day is not only very special for you, but also very sacred for you. The song I'm going to sing for you is an honor song. It's called Megazin. In English, it's the eagle song, and it's our belief that the eagle is the highest flying bird. And so the eagle flies over us on a daily basis, waiting for our prayers, our ceremonies, our songs, and scoops them all up and takes them out to all of creation. So at this time, I invite you to send something out to creation, knowing that you will meet what it is that you intend. Best of luck, everybody. Again, congratulations.
home and native land.
True patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free.
From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for
Chancellor Fraser, President Murphy, honored guests, especially our newest graduates, we offer our warmest welcome to the most wonderful event of our university's academic year. My name is Dr. Lori Livingston, and I am the university's provost and vice president academic. I have the honor of emceeing our convocation ceremonies, and although I can't see our audience today, I can feel the convocation energy in the air. While we are celebrating in a different format than what is typical at our university, our sentiment remains the same. Graduates, we are proud of you. You have shown yourself to be tech-savvy, resourceful, and driven. Now you have an opportunity to join a world that needs graduates like you, people who are highly skilled and smart in the ways of life. I hereby declare that the class of 2020 Convocation is now in session. May our proceedings reflect the warmth and dignity of the occasion. Cogitando, agendo, ducamus. By thinking and doing, we shall lead. I now call upon Chancellor Mitch Fraser to address Convocation.
Greetings and congratulations to our class of 2020. Convocation is an important celebration of Ontario Tech University as we gather to salute your achievements and hard work. As you may remember, I conferred all degrees for the class of 2020 last year in absentia, and today we are so pleased to formally recognize you in this virtual format. I want you to know that our entire university is exceptionally proud of your success, from our faculty and staff to our research and institutional partners and our donors. Earning a university degree is an incredible life achievement and experience, and I want you to know that an Ontario Tech degree stands for so much. It demonstrates your knowledge and skills, your resilience, and your values. As the first in my family to attend university, I know what a privilege an education can be. University shapes us into who and what we are here in Canada, and as Chancellor, I am grateful to have the opportunity to pay it forward. As the Students' Chancellor, I consider myself your head cheerleader. I believe strongly in our university and its can-do spirit. Our university is on the rise. We provide other institutions with a strong role model by undertaking tech with a conscience. As graduates, you will forever be part of our story. You have now joined more than 23,000 alumni, and it's a family that will grow larger and stronger each year. I proudly enjoy a front row seat to watch Ontario Tech as it continues to take a leading role in shaping education in Canada. And I'm excited to be part of a community full of passionate and talented leaders, educators, students, alumni, and friends. I also want to be part of this transformative period in Ontario Tech history by supporting the university's commitment to our students with a stellar education. When I accepted the position as Chancellor, I did it because I wanted to channel my experience to help out the university's students and alumni, namely you. You are change makers and future innovators. I understand the financial challenges many of our students face, particularly during the last 18 months. This is one of the reasons I created Chancellor's Challenge, which now includes a fundraising initiative that involves a run or walk of 7.2 kilometers to support our students. 7.2 kilometers represents the distance between our North and South Oshawa campus locations. While it's my objective to be with our students every step of the way, today is all about you. You put in the time, effort, and dedication to cross the finish line, and now you have graduated. The knowledge and experience you have gained now positions you to lead and to succeed. Your degree symbolizes your entrepreneurial mindset, your flexibility to take on new challenges, and your adaptability to technological change. You, who have stepped into the world and are already making a positive impact, dedicated to improving the lives of others, our environment, and our community. Of course, challenges or roadblocks will inevitably arise. I encourage you to remember your purpose and the lessons you have learned during your time at Ontario Tech. Continue to push forward one step at a time. We know you will do great things. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I offer my warmest congratulations and best wishes to the class of 2020.
Thank you, Chancellor Fraser. I now call upon President Stephen Murphy to address Convocation.
Hello, graduates, families, and friends. I'm so delighted to speak to you today and to congratulate you on your incredible achievements. Normally, as I deliver this address, I get to look over a sea of faces, our graduates and their family and friends. I get to feel your excitement about your new jobs, plans to travel or see the world, and explore new cultures, or your excitement about plans for graduate school and new opportunities to learn. I get to feel the pride and relief of your loved ones in them watching you achieve this critical milestone. Normally, as we come together to celebrate, our graduates, your achievements are fresh. You've just finished your programs, you've been on campus, drinking coffee in the Hive, or playing Frisbee on Polonsky Commons. There is this excitement and confidence that fills the spring air, both about your success in finishing and about the next stage before you. And Convocation is a time-honored tradition that then kicks off the summer season, something as Canadians we know to enjoy and savor. Convocation is filled with joy and happiness, and in truth, it is one of my favorite days because we get to celebrate you and all of your hard work and the culmination of your degree. This year, while it is still filled with joy and happiness, it's a very different experience. Over the past year, every single one of you has faced struggles and challenges. The final days of your degrees were the early days of the pandemic. Instead of being able to hang out in groups, cramming for final exams, the world started to shut down. In a single day, our world shifted from limitless possibility to just our homes, our families, and our computers. Our footprint became suddenly smaller. But something else amazing happened. In the middle of the world shrinking, our reach became bigger. As our world shifted to a more virtual one, people worked to find new ways to connect. There were online concerts, tours of museums, baking classes, and summer camps. We discovered that the human need to reach out to other people, to explore our world and connect, could be mediated through this new online format. Our motto of Tech with a Conscience became a guiding principle for the pandemic, not just for our school, but around the world. With technology, geography ceased to be a barrier to what we could explore or what we could learn. I'm not suggesting that technology made it easy, but it made it possible. With perseverance and skill, we have learned to adapt and we have changed course. We have pivoted. In sailing, you learn that you can't change the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your course and your sails. The pandemic has pushed us 10 years into the future with respect to technological disruption, but it did not push us off course. It's okay to acknowledge what we have all lost over the past year and how that has frustrated the goals and objectives we thought we'd meet. Even your convocation was victim to the need to socially distance. Some of you may be on a different path from where you thought you would be in early 2020. It's okay to take time to grieve that. But above all else, keep an eye on your goals. If I can paraphrase Steve Jobs here, innovation is what happens when we see change as an opportunity, not a threat. This year has been full of difficult changes. If we think of them as obstacles, we can move forward. But if we adopt the mindset that they are opportunities, they become problems waiting for a solution. Approaching it this way will make you leaders in this time of transformation and adaptation. New business models are being created by those who can see the challenges ahead. There are new jobs on the horizon, and you are primed to be part of them. Grit is that stubborn refusal to quit and to ensure that you achieve the things you want, even in the faces of challenge like this past year. Cultivate your grit, and it will help you achieve your goals. Over the past year, we know that many of this class focused on being part of the solution. You've used your time to provide aid or support to others. You followed the advice to not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Students also joined in early in the pandemic to help print face shields and to ensure adequate PPE. We had candidates in the Faculty of Education volunteer to tutor and help parents frustrated with online learning. You transitioned from student to frontline nurse and hit the ground running. You showed up to your first days of work in the middle of a global crisis, stepping in and stepping up. What a powerful start to promising careers. And I could not be prouder than when I'm able to tell people that every one of you graduated from Ontario Tech. Take the skills that you have learned here and continue to apply them as you go forward. Continue to adapt. Continue to find the opportunities in a crisis like this one and work towards your goal. I promise you that our world is far from finished in shifting. Continue to embrace that the only predictable thing is change. Normally, when I speak at Convocation, my objective is to encourage you to work hard to follow your dreams. I try to imbue you with the courage to trust that what you have learned are the fundamental building blocks needed for the work ahead. It's a little different this time. You've already had a year to test drive your skills and your degrees and find out where they can take you. This has been a hard year. It has asked us to find strength and fortitude many of us did not know we had. We have been facing a crisis that has upended our lives for more than a year, and each and every one of you has persisted. This time, I don't get to look you in the eye as you receive your degrees. I don't get to see the excitement in your faces, but this convocation is still very special. I refuse to think of it as less than. It is simply different. It is a chance to think back on all you have achieved since you graduated and how you got there. It is also an opportunity to think about your goals, to think about how to adjust your course and sales to get to where you want to be. Even though this convocation is a year delayed, it is still a milestone in a lifelong journey focused around innovation, challenges, and learning. I can't wait to see how you will face these challenges and how you will shape the future. Thank you.
I would now like to present the candidates for the honorary Doctor of Laws degrees to be conferred by the university. The Right Honorable David Johnston and Mrs. Sharon Johnston. The Johnstons met in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and became high school sweethearts. They married in 1964. After a long career teaching law, Mr. Johnston served multiple terms as president of the University of Waterloo and as principal of McGill University. In 2010, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II named Mr. Johnston as Canada's 28th Governor General. He is among Canada's longest-serving Governors General. Mrs. Johnston studied physiotherapy and occupational therapy at the University of Toronto and Western University before obtaining her doctorate in rehabilitation science from McGill University. She enjoyed an illustrious career in rehabilitation science and is known for her steadfast commitment to both mental health and to wellness advocacy. She is also lauded for her dedication to supporting Indigenous youth and their families. During Mr. Johnston's term as Governor General, he established the Rideau Hall Foundation. The foundation is a registered charity that supports and amplifies the office of the Governor General in connecting, honoring, and inspiring Canadians. The Johnstons continue to shepherd the foundation's work. For their dedicated service to Canada, their outstanding leadership as scholars, educators, and public servants, and for their philanthropic example, which invites all Canadians to envisage better things, the University confers proudly upon the Right Honourable David Johnston and on Mrs. Sharon Johnston the honorary degrees of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
On behalf of the university's academic council, I hereby confer the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa to the Right Honourable David Johnston and Mrs. Sharon Johnston, and grant them all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto.
I now call upon Dr. David Johnston and Dr. Sharon Johnston to address Convocation.
Chancellor Fraser, President Murphy, Provost Livingston, faculty, staff, graduates, family, and friends. Let me first acknowledge that I am speaking to you today from the unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation, whose presence here reaches back to time immemorial. It is a singular honor to be speaking alongside my husband, the Right Honorable David Johnston, because we have been living in one another's pocket for the past year. How life has changed for all of us because of COVID-19. There have been countless sad stories, but ours was a happy one. After 54 years of marriage, we decided the past year was indeed the happiest. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth, on a recent broadcast, suggested we all long for a hug. She may not have used exactly hug, but she did mean touch and feel. We are all in this together, we were told, but please remain 6 feet apart and keep your mask on. Out in public, we learned to smile with our eyes and speak louder. We adapted. I suggest when most of us are vaccinated and life returns to normal, we will still be adapting to a changed way of life. David and I began our lockdown days by asking, how can we make this a good day? We ended our day by asking, what did make it a good day? A good day was sometimes an outing to a drive-through for a latte or chai tea. Before COVID-19 hit, we were a fast-moving, highly interactive society, and we will be again. Job interviews, doctor's appointments, ceremonies, book clubs, and a myriad of face-to-face events will no longer have to be virtual. Let us not forget, however, that using technology to connect has its advantages, less commuting, and more time with your kids. One wife was overheard to exclaim, "Now I know what my husband does." As difficult as it was to have children sequestered at home, parents admitted they gained a better understanding of what they were learning. You are graduating into a softer world, a society that values its vulnerable. As you take up your careers, I hope you will measure your success by the innovation you bring to this world. I will end with the story of 3 young engineers who wanted to develop something innovative for residents of long-term care facilities. We have in the past year heard the horror stories of LTCs. We had to call the Army in to take over the care of one LTC. These newly graduated engineers, with some seed money in hand from a wealthy entrepreneur, moved into a facility for 4 weeks to better understand the needs. Their innovation resulted in an alarm system that could prioritize calls to the overworked nursing station. It may not be the elderly who catch your fancy, but the notion of acquiring firsthand knowledge of a problem might. It was a bonus that the innovation gave these young men a financial head start. I congratulate the graduates today and the faculty and family who supported them. I am confident your future will be bright. Bon succès. It is now my pleasure to welcome my husband to the stage to give a few remarks.
I'm honored to be here to receive this degree, and I appreciate it especially because I have such affection for your institution. I had the pleasure of serving on the advisory committee to your first president in those wonderful early days. Sharon spoke about innovation and empathy, and I'd like to expand on those remarks. I'd ask you to remember 2 things. What's IQ and what's EQ? You probably think IQ is intellectual or intelligence quotient. It's not in my mind, it's innovation quotient. And EQ is empathy quotient. The innovation is the constant effort to improve things, making things better by step-by-step process, just bringing new ideas to it. And the emotion or empathy quotient is not sympathy. I'm sorry for your plight, but I understand your situation and I walk in your shoes to make it better. That's positive empathy. So IQ and EQ, I think, should be kind of your guiding symbols as you go on. There's a couplet from George Bernard Shaw that puts things nicely. Some people see things as they are and wonder why. We dream of things that ought to be and ask why not. So that first sentence in the couplet, some people wonder why. That's the curiosity that leads to innovation. But the second sentence is the call to empathetic positive action. We, it's collective. Dream, it's future-oriented. Ought, it's a moral imperative. And ask why not, it's a call to action. And that couplet, I think, is an important guide in our life's journey. How do you learn IQ and EQ? Well, I think you've had a pretty good experience in both of those at your wonderful institution. But it starts earlier. We've had the great good fortune of having 5 wonderful daughters and now 14 grandchildren. I say all the important things in life I learned from my children, my wife, of course, first, and the grandchildren, and you learn them over again. But with our children, I've watched their own development, and around about age 12, they began international exchanges, exposing themselves to the other, to different situations. They'd had some of that by also reaching out beyond our relatively comfortable family to volunteer situations of people in poverty and other need, and consciously expose themselves to seeing life through others' lives. And IQ and EQ worked for them very well. But especially through the international exchanges from age 12 on, 4 things happened in their own sort of development. First of all, their curiosity was enhanced. Kids always ask the question why, but theirs was a little more informed why. Secondly, they became more tolerant. You're different from me. That's okay. Nobody gets hurt. No, it went beyond that. What makes that difference and what's interesting about it? Thirdly, their judgment became better. They were really quick to spot bigotry. They looked for the other side of the story. Like a good engineer, they triangulate to get at what were the real facts and the truth. But the 4th thing that happened was even most important. They learned empathy, walking in the other person's shoes and then doing something about it. So those are the lessons I've learned from my children. Let me leave you with one other story about if you practice IQ and EQ, don't ever think that it's just a drop in the ocean, that it's just a small gesture. It has great qualities in terms of elevating you and what you do, but most of all influences the others. The story is a kind of a chemistry story. With our 5 children, we would have birthday parties and I tell ghost stories. And after one of them, our eldest daughter, about age 11, 10 at that time, said, "Dad, you know, when you tell the ghost stories, the kids pretend to be scared. They're really not scared. They just don't want to make you feel badly. So they pretend to be scared. Why can't you be like Mr. McFarlane? He does magic at his birthday parties. So I went to Mr. McFarlane's house a few months later, and there was McFarlane the magician, dressed in a big robe like this and a top hat and a mustache. And he was doing card tricks, and the kids were mesmerized. And then he held up a glass of water, clear liquid. He said, I will turn this water into wine. And in his sleeve, he had a dropper with 1 drop of red vegetable dye, which he dropped in the glass. He held it up, and it turned a wonderful shade of rosé. Now, I hearkened back to a speech that Mother Teresa had given at the Greater Montreal Prayer Breakfast some years earlier about helping others. And after she finished her speech, some of us gathered with her and said, Mother Teresa, how can we be helpful? And I, being a university president, said, right, so you probably say, write a large check to my settlement house in Calcutta and we'll do good things with it. She didn't. She said, look in your own family, look in your own neighborhood, and I guarantee you there is someone who needs your care and love. Newspapers of Montreal picked up her speech, and one of them was practicing, I guess, what we call rail politic in these days. It said, Mother Teresa was here yesterday, gave an inspiring speech about her work in Calcutta. And, she's a wonderful old lady. She'll probably be canonized as she was. But let's be practical. She helps 200 people in the city of Calcutta. And there are how many? 10 million people there that live in abject poverty, in a country in abject poverty. What she does is a mere drop in the bucket, a drop in the ocean. And that bothered me at the time about the mere drop, until I saw Andy McFarlane put that drop of dye in that clear liquid. I had been thinking of a drop of dye or Mother Teresa's kindness as in mathematical or physical terms. I should have thought it as chemistry, because that 1 drop of dye, that drop of kindness, impacted with the molecules of water and turned them from clear liquid into a lovely shade of rosé. So let me end by mixing metaphors a little bit. Your grammar teachers would say never do this, so I know you'll remember it. And that is, on your journey forward in life, let there be many ponds into which you drop your pebble, and let that pond of water turn into a beautiful shade of rosé. Thank you for the honor today.
I'm now pleased to call upon the faculty and graduate studies deans to congratulate the graduates from the Faculty of Education.
It is my sincere pleasure to address our 2020 graduates. Today, the word that resonates with me most is gratitude. I'm grateful that you chose Ontario Tech University and that you let us into your lives. I'm grateful for all the time and effort that you have dedicated toward your studies, your peers, and your learning. I'm also grateful for who you have become as a result of your hard work. You are collaborators, problem solvers, creators, adapters, innovators, and leaders in technology. To our BA graduates, I see a bright, bold future for you in the world of early childhood education, lifelong learning, and technological leadership. To our BEd graduates, I see the future of education. I have no doubt that many of you have taken on leadership roles during this past year, particularly in the world of online and technology and education. To our Master of Education and Master of Arts graduates, you have exceeded our expectations. You have thrived, and we have no doubt that we will be hearing about how you have changed the world of education. I congratulate each and every one of you on your remarkable accomplishment. And remember, you always have a home in the Faculty of Education. We love seeing and hearing from you.
Dear graduates of the class of 2020, I'm so pleased to be able to join you in this wonderful celebration of your accomplishment. Here you are, masters of your disciplines, newly minted PhDs. Now that's impressive. My congratulations to all of you. Getting a master's or a PhD in normal times is already not an easy feat, but you've pulled it off during the pandemic with distancing, changed modes of work, and just trying to keep safe. That gives new meaning to the word transformational, which is the experience all graduate students get going through their journey. I'd like to salute your dedication to your programs, and especially the deep knowledge and the advanced skill sets that you'll have acquired throughout your programs. These will serve you well as you embark on your career and perhaps pursue further studies. So you have the expertise. I invite you to use it wisely and for the betterment of society. I'm sure you will go on to further Ontario Tech's mission, which is to be leaders solving complex problems of the world and shaping the future. Thank you, all the best, and do stay in touch with the university.
And now it's time to introduce our graduates. Wherever you may be joining us from today, if you are able, would the graduates of the following degrees please stand? Master of Arts, Master of Education, Graduate Diploma, Bachelor of Education, Bachelor of Arts Honors, and Undergraduate Diploma. While these degrees were previously conferred in absentia, to honor tradition, Chancellor Fraser, as Vice Chair of Academic Council and on behalf of the university's Academic Council, I present to you these graduates and certify that they have fulfilled all degree program requirements and have been recommended for graduation by their faculty.
On the recommendation of the university's Academic Council, I hereby publicly confer upon these graduates the degrees to which they have demonstrated their entitlement and grant them all the honors, rights, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Candidates, please be seated.
Now presenting graduates from the degree Master of Arts. Melissa Ann Bishop. Heather McTavish. James Robertson. Now presenting graduates from the degree Master of Education. Constance Adams. Marcella Vanessa Ancheta Franco. Rania Asmar. Timothy Bahula. Marley Bell. Nadine Claire Eileen Bell. Jamila Bentham. Nicholas Joseph Campbell. Amanda Cannon. Jennifer Casa Todd. Kyle Chapman. Kristen Cahoon. Shannon Cohn. Amy Kathleen Cook. Sabrina Christiana Coutinho. Chloe D'Angelo. Jenna D'Aquila Kelly. Paula D'Aurelio. Mark James Denemy. Marcy Duncan. Candice Duval Clark. Fiorella Elia. Kelly Furtado. Camel Canizal Gachalian. Shannon Louise Gould. Jill Harvey. Annalise Sarah Hebert. Allison Marlin Hector Alexander. Sarah Catherine Herseg. Ellen Rinovich. Melissa Hermine Jean-Baptiste Hippolyte. Philip Cameron Jovanovich. Melinda Ann Kelly. Gregory King. Brandon Drew Cobo. Stephen Patrick Logue. Karen Angela McDonald Boughton. Jennifer Lynn Means. Erica Christine Otagura. Blaze Patterson. Rup Kaur Randhawa, Nilormi Roy, Chelsea Santoli, Karen Elizabeth Schaefer, Holly Silver Dawn Simpson, Nelani Sinapu, Besma Sultan, Catherine Ann Louise Sperry, Haley J. Taylor, Narusha Thavaraja, Andre Giorgio Violanti, Shannon Elizabeth Rosella Westlake, Janet Whelan, Lindsay Allison Wilson, Ufuk Yagsi. Now presenting graduates from the degree Graduate Diploma. Phil Hosmar. Now presenting graduates from the degree Bachelor of Education. Victoria Elizabeth Abna. Sruthi Anna Abraham. Mary Alisa Abuseho. Morafat Ajoke Akambi. Anam Ayub. Eric Mark Bailey. Cameron Michael Ballingall. Victor Lane Beaumont. Sarkar Farhana Begum. Rachel Ben Margie. Ali Lynn Bickle. Kayla Ann Blackiere. Jessica Bompiani. Katrina Ursula Bauman. Hannah Mary Bradford. Brianne Brady. Neelam Prakash Brahmbat. Aaron Joseph Bro. Georgina Sophia Bridle. Kimberly Briggs. Paula Yolandi Brown. Christy Leanne Bryan. Emily Marie Bishke. Massimiliano Carboni. Danielle Gail Castle. Emily Jeanette Chalice. Shuo Ju Chiang. Mary Constance Christidis. Eric Christopher Archer Colwell. Kathleen Anya Corliss. Roxana Elena Costin. Christopher Frank Crawley. Sean Paul Crowther. Nicolette Ashley Kutaya. Caitlin Marie Dimpsies. Nicoletta DiStefano. Roxana Dittmans. Megan Duffett. James Morris Duminy. Hiba Amer Elowar. Menachem Mendel Ellenbogen. Melita Fernandez. Sarah Ann Fox. Natasha Lynn Geiger. Bradley Christopher Lewis Garrow. Alyssa April Gianist. Anna Gishti. Elizabeth Louise Goldie. Maya Golick. Kevin Gomez. Brittany Ann Grant. Neil Gupta. Aries Hawk. Austin Mitchell Edwin Harvey. Ennis Hazekio. Nika Rose Haste. Shane George Norris Hubbard. Andrew William Hum. Fatima Shafani Idris. Raksha Jayathavapariya. Antonia Maria Corrales. Nadia Natasha Kashif. Kirthana Kathargamanathan. Keisha Alicia Luckman Gopal. Reagan Quinn Coates McDonald. Philip Michael Madden. Sahana Mahindira Raja. Luisa Katrina Marcelino. Jonathan Daniel Maves. Radu Mavradin. Patrick Liam McAuliffe. Dakota Ricky Lee McIntyre. Stephanie McPherson. Emily Maria Melito. Chetan Mistry. Yechta Umze. Faiza Usman Muhammadi. Chase James Keenan Murdoch. Melissa Ann Naresh. Ivy Nee. Stephen Nicholson. Patrick Connell O'Reilly. Nicole Amanda Poletto. Diane Pedropillai. Natasha Mia Porfirio. Jessica Pui Az. Brady Quinn. Athavan Rajasingham. Ian Robert Randall. Janelle Candice Reed. Michael William Harvey Ritchie. Christiana Nicole Rocco. Mark Manvir Sangara. Malena Anastasia Shembri. Shayla Autumn Seeger. Diane Mary Series. Werda Shafiq. Yang C. Michael Silva. Joseph Slegtenhorst. Cheyenne Marie Tara Smith. Larissa Elaine Seuss. Dane Marcus Joseph Starazinik. Hiba Ali Sayeda. Allison Yuki Tamaki. Nady Noah Tanier. Nicole Sarah Taylor. Oana Alina Ungureanu. Evan Enriquez Ventura. Sarah Michelle Ventura. Elizabeth Celeste Westlake. Junying Wendy Zhang. Now presenting graduates from the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors. Nasra Abdi. Cassandra Lynn Aegis. Evan James Aki, Sambul Kumal Akhtar, Jiliza Antrabas, Ankita Aurora, Michaela Bajas, Brittany Rosalia Barone, Michelle Antoinette Bassett, Violet Bell, Brody Dane Chad Burkhoff, Kim Rose Bradley, Alicia Melissa Lee Bryan, Allison Clark, Sinead Costello, Kristen Haley Coyle, Lindsay Kozlowski, Christopher Dagon Craig, Bernadette Kuyugan, Allison Margaret Doris, Gleisel Keith Guevara Escano, Severina Leonora Joyce Fernandez, Madison Ashley Gagne, Kaylee Alexandra Gooch, Jocelyn Kelly, Kiranissa Lakani, Sapphire Linsman, Omar Cyril Anthony Lunan, Irene Moranique Macaulay, Erin Dawn Maitland, Sarah Kathleen McConnell, Faculty Medal, Matthew James Mizzy, Marvin Mohammed Menemene, Fatima Moitayedi, Brittany Ashley Musang McKenzie, Kelly Mulville, Anjum Nazneen, Vu Kang No, Caroline Elizabeth Nickel, Sarah Omar, Santina Cassandra Polacco, Caitlin Quaid, Rahi Rafizadeh, Annie Mary Rome, Karina Rossano, Clelia Desiree Sylvie, Madison Susan Sloan, Amy Lynn Elizabeth Smith, Annetta Stolba, Kella Patricia Thompson, Courtney Alora Van Dyke, Sana Wajid. Now presenting graduates from the degree Undergraduate Diploma. Stacy Ann O'Donohue. This concludes the inception of graduates for this convocation.
May this university give those who seek to find and share knowledge, inspiration, and opportunity to make our world a better place for all. May our graduates go forward with inquisitive minds and passionate resolve to make a difference.
You did it, and under such very difficult circumstances. You and your family should be very proud of your accomplishments. Best of luck in the future.
Congratulations on your graduation.
All the very best in your next adventure.
Congratulations, graduates.
Good job.
Way to go.
You did it.
We're so proud of you. Congratulations from the Faculty of Social Science and Humanities Academic Advising Office.
Way to go, graduates. You did it. All those hours of hard work perspiration, and inspiration paid off. Well done.
You did it. Hold your head up high and be proud of yourself. Best of luck in all of your future endeavors.
You survived a pandemic, you survived online learning, but you have a fantastic education and you're going to have bright things in your future. Good job.
Congratulations, graduates. What an amazing accomplishment, finishing up all of your degree requirements and leveling up in life. Well done.
Congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021.
From all of us at Ontario Tech, congratulations on your graduation.
Congratulations, graduates. Stay in touch. All the best, and I wish you a wonderful career.
We're all very proud of what you've done over the past few years. I hope that you are too. All the best. Congratulations.
Well done. You have made it. You should be proud of yourself.
Congratulations, graduates. What an accomplishment.
Congratulations, James from Ontario Tech. Wish you all the best.
I congratulate each and every one of you on your remarkable accomplishment.
You did it! Way to go!
Congratulations on your degree. I wish you the best.
Congratulations. Well done.
Way to go!
Congratulations, everyone.
You did it.
Congratulations, graduates. Well done!